This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. And we got another edition of Paradise, Louisiana. And we got our new sidekick, Jason Lamorne. Jason, I'm going to let you say all the things that you did this past weekend because I just don't know how you got them in. But I'm going to tell you this. Don't expect to see him this week because we backlogging some things. And he has really been out there producing some stuff and getting some video. And maybe a show will go back to showing more video and less talking. I know we did that. I had a busy week. This past week, we had a lot of things that happened with rodeos, and I got some rodeo reports. I also got some rodeo reports late. I got to remind y'all that they need to send those reports by Saturday night. So Sunday morning early, and so I can get them in and talk about them. So some of them just came in this morning. The Louisiana High School, they've been doing a good job. I don't want to fuss too much, but I doubt if I'm going to be able to go through the qualifiers, all of it in West and up north in the state, and they got some tournaments coming on. We're going to visit Chas again. Chas is the hottest thing going right now in the Lake Pontchartrain Basin. Still some of the best reports that I'm getting, but the number one report I think this week is catfish in 2 locations. So stay tuned. I got me and Jason coming to you right after this commercial break.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
As members of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
For generations, anglers from across the globe have put their trust in Abu Garcia. Because out here on the water, we know our science is your religion. Fish like a fanatic with the latest generation of Revo. Featuring up to 24 pounds of max drag. Designed for leverage and power. Built on corrosion resistance and comfort. World-class adventure awaits with Revo. Abu Garcia for life.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
All right, Jason, you made a rabbit hunt. You made a good fishing trip. I knew that was going to happen because you were with Bryce. But tell us about the hog hunt, because that's a serious problem, and you in land management, you do everything. What all do you do? I remember one time you went on a helicopter, and y'all were killing hogs and doing things and piling them up. That's a lot of good things they're doing right now. This hog hunt is a fun hunt. You're doing with dogs, right?
Yes, sir. So we have a place in Lottie. I had some friends. They invited some guys from Bogalusa, had some hog dogs. We met up on their place in Lottie, and we had a real good time. Caught a bunch of rain the night before, so things were wet. We couldn't get, dry where we wanted to go. And it was, the dogs, when they jump a hog, they gone. They all have tracking collars on them. And, we just get on the four-wheelers and we go catch the hog,
In a week or so, you got some video of that?
Yeah, we got some real good video. We caught 5 pigs. That took pretty much all day Saturday. Then I drove up.
A lot of people, when they eradicate hogs, some of them, they bury them. They don't use them. A lot of people nowadays are getting that meat and giving it to food banks and different stuff. What do y'all do with most of the hogs?
We just donate them. We got friends, and they all know that we going hunting, hog hunting, and we try to utilize even though we don't want to eat them, we got plenty of meat. There's always somebody that wants them. We'll clean them for them, give them to them, line them up, put them in my cooler, let them come pick them up as they want.
The next few weeks, tell me right now, in your little schedule, I know it jumps around, what you got on the schedule?
We're doing some work at the state capitol with some legislation. Got some meetings about the insurance reform. I've been working with some people. That's what I got going on.
What about the outdoors? I know you don't never stop.
Well, we still, it got a bunch of rain, so we working on roads. And then, as far as hunting trips, there's, we don't no more rabbit season, so we're gonna try to go make a few hog hunts and just might go back up and fish with Mr. Bryce during the week, because that was very exciting.
Good. Well, when we're going to come back, I'm going to give you a tournament report, and we're going to give you a fishing report. He got a good fishing report with Bryce. So stay tuned. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
As members of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
So what are you going to do with the speckled trout? That's right. There's just no doubt about it that this is a place where food is created differently from anywhere else in the world, because it just couldn't happen anywhere else. We're a culture made up of so many different people, love of ingredients, love of cooking styles, and they all right here. At the end of the day, that's all Baton Rouge.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and Jason, this is our tournament and rodeo report, and there's a bunch of them coming. I'm gonna tell y'all again, I got a lot of information from the West region for Louisiana High School. Tommy Abbott and them, they just got it to me. It's so long and so many pictures. I'm probably gonna have to put it together maybe next week and show y'all more. But we had another, we call it famous every year tournament that was at False River. And by the way, in the fishing report is one of the places that they're catching fish. I'm gonna tell you more about it. But the Kiwanis tournament was this past weekend, past Sunday, and very good, some very good weights. And they had all that rain. It was bad rain, but these people come out. Winning stringer was Badron and Gayron, 18 pounds, 13 ounces. That's almost 19 pounds and 5 fish, unbelievable. Second was the Majors Fairchild team, 18 pounds even. And then third was Gurr and Jaro, 15 pounds and ounces. Big bass was Brad Bowie, 6 pounds and no ounces, and it was tied. The first one weighed in. Second was Gayron with 6 pounds. So that's the Kiwanis tournament. That's one that's been running for years and years. False River. They didn't let the rain. Y'all know how the rain was Sunday. So let me pull up one more now. I got one from the Southwest Junior Bassmasters. And let me see if I can get these names real quick. I got the pictures. They fished out of, they say they fished Lake Verret and Bayou. Nobody went in the spillway. Spillway still rising. No one chanced that. But in a 15 to 18-year-old age group, Destin Morales won from French Settlement. He had 10 pounds, 18 ounces. Second place was Bailey Dwaron. From Burke, I'm sorry, with 1.4 pounds, just one bass. They had some other ones. Third place was Blake LeRae from Bruley. Big bass was Destin Morales. In the other age group, 11 to 14, first place was Cole Watkins from Hammond. Second place was Tyler Boudreau from Walker. Third place was Branson McMillan from Bruley. And big bass was Branson McMillan. First place for the 7 and 10 years old was Ryder Owens, Denham Springs. Second place was Case Noble from Livingston. Third place was Luke Delaney from Hammond. And big fish was Case Noble, big bass. The Aldot division, first place was Huey Como, French Element. Second place was Nicholas Schulte from Denham Springs, and third place was Lucas Watkins from Hammond. Most of the fish were caught on spinnerbaits, crankbaits. They named everything, so I sure want to thank them people for sending it in and getting in there. They did their best. They got it in early as they can. The rest of them, I'm sorry, I got to announce this coming week up at Caney Lake. We got a big tournament coming up, another state tournament, state championship. So you look on their website, the high school fishermen will be up there. Let me see where I got it here. High school back. Let me look. I'm going to give you exact information. Yeah, here it is right here. Caney Lake, Jimmy Davis State Park. They're located in Chapman, Louisiana. That's this weekend, both March 2nd and 23rd. So put that on your calendar, all of y'all fishing. Good luck. Get those reports in to me at least by Sunday night. Thank you. Jason, when we come back, we got a quick fishing report.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
New Berkeley Fireline Ultra 8. It's rounder, smoother, and 4 times more abrasion resistant than original Fireline. Expect 10% longer casts and superb knot strength.
And you thought Fireline couldn't get any better.
Do you want to make sure you're doing things right when boating in Louisiana?
Make sure every occupant in your vessel is wearing the right type and size life jacket before leaving the dock. Size information for the intended wearer can be found on the information panel.
Make sure you stay safely to the right side of the waterway when you're operating in a narrow channel. Always choose to go right when it is safe and practical.
Make sure you're operating at the right speed for the given conditions every time you're boating. Just because your boat can safely travel at higher speeds in perfect conditions doesn't mean it should in a chop or when encountering other wakes or maneuvers.
In Louisiana, the best way to make sure that you're doing things the right way on the water is by attending and completing one of our boating safety education courses. Learn more and book a course at www.wlf.la.gov. These NASBA-approved courses are statistically proven to save lives. Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
When it comes to doing your thing on Louisiana waters, do the right thing.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, in the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Now, let me tell you this. Before I get to freshwater and talk to you, saltwater is still hot right now. The weather's changing, but the hottest place still going is in the Slidell area, Biloxi Marsh, even in Delacroix. Now, it's hit or miss in Delacroix. I don't know what seems to be the problem, but some of my friends will go into certain areas and they'll catch a few fish and they'll be undersized, and then they get on redfish and they all big. You know, it's so high they are. So that's just it. The best bait is still dead shrimp under a cork for redfish. And live shrimp is always good for anything when you can find them. But down in Island Marina, down in Slidell, the Wrigley's, all those people been having shrimp, been having live shrimp. So you just call down there and get things. Now, the captains at Island Marina, it's almost a constant they're going to catch redfish. People are still catching bass in that area. Off in the Mystico and all the canals and all in those areas, some of them guys are fishing deep. I've been seeing still what I'm finding. Most fishing reports are on Facebook, and them guys are on there. Charlie Thomason, the boys in, like I said, in Hopedale, the Corleys, all those boys right there. In Venice, all the captains are showing them on the table. They're catching fish everywhere, but you still got to watch the weather. You got to still get the tide right. So I'm not going to expand on that. Offshore, Venice Marina, and then out of Grand Isle, people are starting to run and they start looking for them tuna. Now, I didn't get no first-hand reports, but if you go to Facebook and you see, or you call down there and seeing how many captains right now are making runs. That's the best way, especially Venice Marina, all them bases down there, and then Fouchon with all the captains in Grand Isle. You asked me about Buggy and them. I seen a picture buggy on there. They catching some big trout. They fishing the rocks when they can. They fishing on the islands. You remember you used to fish with Vidrine, and he make that run to the west with them live shrimp and free line in that live shrimp.
Into the rocks.
All that stuff is still work. By the way, Vidrine was on Facebook the other day catching fish toward Mississippi, Alabama, and them where they at. So let me look at some of this other thing there. Cocodrie, Dulac. I talked to Louis Dijon and them. He ain't been down there, but some of the people been going down there catching Cocodrie and Dulac fish to torn up. Redfish are another one, the constant, but they've been so some of the redfish are monsters. They catch, monster redfish. You saw last week with some of those people that sent me those pictures. Fouchon, those captains, they fishing them islands in the back right now. This time of year, we used to do the same thing. Lake Pontchartrain is still the hottest thing going. Captain Brad, all them other people I know are fishing there. Fishing Fool, Mike Brantley, his daddy, all them captains are catching fish. In fact, they got openings, and I can't believe it. I see on Facebook they say, hey, you want to make the man, call me. You want to make a trip, I got an opening tomorrow. The weather's going to be good. Hey, go to Facebook, look it up, call them. Call Island Marina. Call the Point. Call any of those marinas down right now, and I promise you, they'll tell you whatever you need. Now, freshwater, Jade, I'm going to let you start. You made it right now. You made another good trip with our friend Bryce. And
yes, I went up Saturday morning after church, went up, left the house about 11 o'clock, and we had a church schedule, Mr. Bryce. We had some very bad weather come in Saturday night and Sunday morning.
You seen the live scope's the way to go?
The live scope's the way to go.
And if you can't afford one, what you do? Hire a guy?
You go hire a guy with a live scope, and you go fishing, because it works.
You know, they said it's going to change everything. You know, you saw, we're going to show y'all in a week or so, and I've showed y'all before. That live scope going to show you where they're at. It won't make them bite, though.
It won't
you gotta know
bite.
what you're doing. You get the right color jig. Bryce is good at that.
Bryce makes his own jig heads.
Yeah, I did.
I learned a lot.
Now, not far from you, False River. You see these pictures I got right now. They had that tournament. My friend Steve Fontana, by the way, the report from the Kiwanis didn't come from the Kiwanis like I liked it from, but came from Steve Fontana, taking those pictures and showing me. So Steve, thank you. You always been my buddy and still one of the best fishermen I know in the state. It's unbelievable. They made a scouting trip, him and his brother. You see this stringer, he held up. He didn't quite make it. I saw on the list, he had almost 13 pounds, but I don't know where that set him in the money, but him and his partner, not him and his brother, but his brother and them, they had a big striper. They had some big bass. He caught him on this special spinnerbait he made. In fact, I was going to look for him, bring one, show you. He got a special skirt. It looks like a shad. He fishes it in 5, 6, 7 foot of water. He fishes around grass. He fishes around piers. When they hitting them shad, look out. Another thing, they hitting shad, you gotta know how to bait them. But if you want to catch catfish, False River is another place. You can fish Carolina rig. You can fish a cork in the shallow water around the canals. Using night crawlers, even liver or cut bait, whatever. They are catching catfish. Some people are putting out their traps, but for some reason they didn't bait them. My nephew and them didn't bait them, and they didn't have a whole lot of luck in the trap. But the number one catfish place right now, probably in the country, is Lake Verret. Lake Verret, the water's discolored with a run out canals. you'll see people lining up. Everybody waiting on the brim. Brim make a run. We're still a little early. And I don't
When
know
do
if
the
water-
sac start spawning in Lake Barrett? Should be coming up in early April.
They've been catching sac-a-lay in Lake Barrett, all these tournaments. They've been catching them right now for a month and a half. So they got, on this side, sac-a-lay. When the river starts falling more in the spillway, they'll start moving in their main canals and then run out. Then run-outs come out of the dead-end canals from Pigeon all the way down to Bell River. You'll start catching sac-a-lay, goggle-eye, bass. That's what we wait on every year. It might be a late. They get a lot of snow up north. And when you watch the river up north, Joe Macalusa and all them, they got books you can read and talk. But Joe, and the rule of thumb I always use, and I look at the Ohio River affects us more than the ones in Missouri and all that. And the Ohio River is falling, and we'll get a rise, and then when you see it start falling, get ready. Even if it's high, you get ready. So, you got, what about a Voss Parish? I mean, you got all Spring Bayou, you got all them places around there. The water's high now, or is it low?
We've gotten a lot of rain. They had the Spring Bayou Restoration Fishing Tournament. I've talked to a couple people. I haven't been able to get any reports. There was a lot of weather come through, so I don't get any fishing reports yet. But hopefully next week I'll have some. Once again, I don't fish a whole lot, but I'm gonna start fishing. Now don't forget, turkey season's coming up. Youth Weekend is March 30th, so y'all don't forget, if y'all do kill some turkeys, make sure y'all send Mr.
I won't
Gary.
forget, you won't let me go.
I won't let you go with me, but you can.
Jason, thank you for coming in. I want to remind y'all, Jason, and we'll have a little bit more on his hunt trip next week. Please send those fishing reports and those photos. Make sure the sun's in there, the light is in their face. If you're going to take a video, a turkey or whatever, and you want to send me a little video, see if you're going to win a prize, turn that camera sideways, all right? Horizontal, that's it. Turn that camera, that phone, and take that video and send it to me. Keep it short. Gary at ParadiseLouisiana.com. Jason, all I can tell you is keep on trucking, buddy. Keep on bringing me that stuff. We're going to be changing some things around. Thank you for Marty and Alan right here at Pelican Studios. So, God bless Louisiana. We'll see y'all next week.
Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.